Well, Gujarat's brand Sudarshan Setu will be inaugurated today. It's going to be India's longest cable-stayed bridge, and it will connect the Oka mainland with the Dwarka island in Gujarat. The four-lane cable-stayed bridge is 2.32 kilometers long and was built at a cost of around 980 crores. My colleague Mohit Bhatt is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Mohit, it's a very, very special day for Gujarat. We're also getting in live visuals of Prime Minister Modi at the Dwarkadhish temple offering prayers.
Well, yes, Prime Minister is on Gujarat tour today, and he's, as of now, as we can see in this visual, performing puja and darshan at Dwarka temple. Now, after this, he will inaugurate the Sudarshan Setu after performing rituals at the temple. Now, the Sudarshan Setu features a footpath adorned with verses from Bhagavad Gita and images of Bhagwan Krishna on both sides. It also has solar panels installed on the upper portions of footpath, generating 1 megawatt of electricity. Now, this bridge will also ease transportation and reduce the time of devotees visiting the Dwarkadhish temple. Now, before the construction of this particular bridge, pilgrims had to rely on boats transport to reach Dwarka. Now, Prime Minister, after that, will visit the various places, and he'll be laying the foundation stone of multiple development projects worth more than 4,000 crores in Dwarka. Now, this also includes 6 new AIIMS dedicated to the nation, including AIIMS Rajkot. Now, Prime Minister will also be dedicating a pipeline project at Vadinagar involving replacement of existing offshore lines, adorning the existing pipeline and manifold. So clearly, wherever Prime Minister goes, we see that with his spiritual aspect of his particular visit, there is also a development push. Now, as we were discussing earlier, that there will be projects of around 4,000 crore that will be dedicated to the nation today. And AIIMS Rajkot is one of the projects which was being waited by everybody for a long time, and that will be dedicated to the country today. So, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as of now, is offering his prayer at the Dwarka temple. After that, he will be inaugurating Sudarshan Setu, which will be very beneficial for the pilgrims who usually had to rely on the ferries, on boats, but now they can use this particular Setu to directly reach the Dwarkadhish temple. So we see that early morning Prime Minister has reached over there. He is performing puja, and after that there are a host of development projects which will be launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi from Gujarat. And we know that Prime Minister Narendra Modi on daily basis is visiting various states. This is also seen as a BJP's massive push for the Lok Sabha elections. And whenever Prime Minister goes to address any rally, he talks about the development projects, and he also talks about that what exactly this government has done in past 10 years for the poor, for the farmers, for women. So clearly we have to wait and watch what Prime Minister will have to say when he reaches the place from where he will be dedicating various projects to the country. But yes, it's also, on one hand, it's a spiritual push by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. On the other hand, with each of his spiritual tour, there is a development project that comes with Prime Minister Narendra Modi that he dedicates to the country.
Okay, all right. In fact, we're seeing live visuals coming in as well. The Prime Minister is just going to be inaugurating the bridge in just a few moments from now. Okay, it's just been inaugurated, the live visuals coming in. He is accompanied by the Gujarat Chief Minister, and as has been the norm, Mohit, as he inaugurates the bridge, he is also going to be going through that bridge, taking the first walk along the bridge.
Well, yes, and we saw that in Varanasi too, Pratibha, that Prime Minister took at late night. He went for a walk with Yogi Adityanath at the bridge which was to be inaugurated. He personally inspected the works, and now we see that how he will also take a walk from the Sudarshan Setu to inspect the works. And as we said, that Sudarshan Setu is very, very important, and it's also very magnificently built. Now we know that how it's a footpath that is adorned with the verses from Bhagavad Gita and images of Bhagwan Krishna on both sides. Now also it has solar panels installed on the upper portions of the footpath, which will generate 1 megawatt of electricity. So it is also a green electricity push, a clean electricity push by the center and the Gujarat government. And also this, as we were discussing earlier, this particular Sudarshan Setu will ease the transportation and reduce the time of devotees visiting Dwarkadhish temple. Before this, the devotees had to rely on ferries, on boats to reach Dwarka, but this will ease their journey. They can directly take this particular bridge and reach the temple. Now, after this, as we were discussing, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be laying foundation and dedicating the projects to the country worth 4,100 crore rupees, including with dedication of 6 new AIIMS to the nation, including AIIMS Rajkot. Now, AIIMS Rajkot has been the AIIMS in Rajkot has been the demand of people from Gujarat, and finally it will be dedicated to the people of Gujarat. Now, we also know that our Prime Minister will also lay the foundation stone of more than 200 healthcare infrastructure projects across 23 states and UT. So it's a major development push by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the government, Pratibha, and it's also seen with regards to the general election, given the fact that our Prime Minister does not have this one agenda of promoting spiritualism, going to various temples, but with all his visits, all his religious visits, there also comes a development push for the people of the country. And this is very important when we talk about the working style of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In morning, he has gone to Dwarka, he has performed prayers, but after this, he will be dedicating projects worth around 4,000 crore to the people of the country. And in next few days, Pratibha, we know that Prime Minister will be visiting Bihar. He will also be visiting Bengal, where there are various other projects which will be inaugurated, or their foundation will be laid by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Back to you.
Okay, all right. And Mohit, you know, it's also extremely significant ahead of the 2024 elections. As the Prime Minister arrived, there was a very grand welcome for him in Gujarat, the Prime Minister's home state. It's also a state that was a clean sweep for the BJP in the 2019 election. So the BJP would also be hoping that a similar performance would happen for the BJP in the 2024 elections as well.
But Pratibha, you see, when it comes to Gujarat, the superstar of the BJP is Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I've been to Gujarat many a times. Whenever I ask people in the state elections that whether they are voting for Prime Minister Narendra Modi or the state unit of the BJP or any particular state face from the state in the BJP, they basically say that Modi is son of Gujarat and now he's serving the country, and they will vote on the face of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So Gujarat is the place where all the Gujarat model, the development model of Prime Minister Narendra Modi started. It was being projected just before 24 elections as the Gujarat model will be replicated all throughout the countries, with various industries coming in, with various development projects that will be launched. And similarly, Gujarat is the place where Prime Minister Narendra Modi started his political journey. So when it comes to Gujarat, it's all about Prime Minister Narendra Modi politically, and we have seen that how the BJP has dominated when it comes to Gujarat in 2014 and 2019 elections, and BJP is quite confident that similarly in 2024 elections, with all these projects that will be inaugurated, with all these projects whose foundation will be laid, and also the Sudarshan Setu and other religious projects that have been implemented throughout the country, that will also be very beneficial for BJP when it comes specifically to the state of Gujarat. Now, Prime Minister yesterday reached Jamnagar. He held a roadshow. We saw that how for this 2-kilometer journey, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was greeted with the chants of Modi, Modi and Bharat Mata Ki Jai. He also stepped out of his vehicle yesterday, waved at his supporters. So that's the working style. That's the style of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Pratibha, that these days, whenever he is going for inauguration of any program, as you were saying, that he will also take a walk towards Sudarshan Setu. He usually does a roadshow to interact with people, and that is the connect that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has with the people of the country. That if people are there to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi, PM waves towards them, PM goes, PM talks to them, and that is the connect that PM has with the people of the country, and perhaps that is why he has got the 2 terms, and for the 3rd term, BJP has set the target. And in fact, Prime Minister has spoken many times about it, that it will be the development agenda of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government, the good governments, that will be the focus, and BJP has set target on 370 seats for BJP and 400 seats for the NDA. And all these development projects, Pratibha, are also can be seen in that particular line, that in run-up to the elections, there are host of projects that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is inaugurating or laying foundation of. We saw that in Varanasi. We are seeing that in Gujarat. And after that, Prime Minister will be going to Bihar, Bengal. So for next 1 month or 15 to 20 days before the elections are announced, before the model code of conduct comes into force, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be visiting various various states and inaugurating various projects. So that is the development push or development model of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi that the BJP and the government wants to put forward in front of the nation just before the general elections.
Okay, all right. So we are seeing the live visuals. The Prime Minister inaugurating India's longest cable-stayed bridge. This is in Gujarat's Dwarka. The Sudarshan Setu connects Oka to Dwarka Island and has been constructed at a cost of 979 crores. The Prime Minister laying the foundation stone of this bridge, remember, in 2017. In fact, Mohit, one of the key issues that the Prime Minister also speak about, whether it is in rallies, whether he is talking about his own performances, always how quickly the developmental projects are not just being inaugurated but also executed completely. So the Prime Minister had laid the foundation stone of this bridge back in 2017, and now in 2020. This year in 2024, it's already ready. The Prime Minister unveiling it. This is one of the issues that the Prime Minister has spoken of, that it does not take a long time for infrastructure to be built in the country now. It's much faster than it was done before.
Well, you see, Pratibha, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has always pushed in for the development agenda of when it comes to infrastructure. The government has been very fast-paced when it comes to the construction of various infrastructure projects. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi personally takes interest in various projects, and he has a dedicated team, and that team on continuous basis interacts with the state unit, with the state governments, and people who are involved with the projects, that what exactly is the development, and this is the deadline that you need to do your best of work, and the work has to be completed within the span of this particular time. And that is why we have seen in the case of Central Vista too, it was constructed on time, and we now see that how this particular session also took place inside Central Vista. When we come a new parliament, when it comes to Central Vista, it has been a very fast-paced work, Pratibha. I've seen Central Delhi from past 5 to 6 years. It has completely changed. So the pace of the work is the key of success of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government, and that is why Prime Minister again and again speaks about good governments, development projects, that how exactly they have a vision for this Amrit Kal of India's independence, and how they want to take India forward by the year 2047. So this is how Prime Minister Narendra Modi works. Wherever he goes, he reached Amnagar late last night, and today at 8 a.m. we see that how he is at Dwarkadish temple. He offered his prayer, and now we see that how Sudarshan Setu has been inaugurated. Now this Sudarshan Setu is also this has very specific features when it comes about the construction, when it comes about that how exactly it is being made. It has verses of both Gita on both its sides. It's a 2.5 kilometer bridge which is standing on cable. It is being constructed with the worth of 978 crores. And after this, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will again be inaugurating and laying foundation of various other projects, including 6 AIIMS and including AIIMS Rajkot.
Absolutely. And he also spoke about the special connect that he had with Rajkot since his early days in politics.